I think it's just like anything, the more we give, the more we get. Spending more time up at Faith has hopefully benefited some people here, but it has also benefited me. I have stronger relationships with the people here. I have gotten to know people that I otherwise wouldn't have, and I just feel more connected and feel more like I'm a part of the building and the ministry, and that would not have happened if I hadn't spent the time up here that I have in the last couple of years. I prepare the Sunday school lessons for preschool through 5th graders for every Sunday, and during the last couple months I've been preparing the children's church lessons and scheduling the volunteers to cover each of the classrooms. And we try to think a little bit more broadly about children's ministry here at church also. Some of those things would include what we do in the summer for ministries or some service projects, how we can minister to the congregation at Christmas time through a Christmas service, and just in general be part of the conversation about how we can minister to our children and families. Well, it's kind of a funny story. I knew that I wanted to go into education probably age 16 or 17, and ended up going through Concordia and getting a degree in secondary education. My 2 subject endorsements were actually math and theology, so I had every intention of getting a job at a Lutheran high school and teaching religion classes along with math. But then life happened and God had his own plans, and I ended up being in the public school system my entire career and never taught a religion class there at all. And I just in the back of my head was like, well, that wasn't what I thought would happen going into it, but here I am. And then just through one turn of events after another, I find myself here as very involved in the children's ministry, thinking God had a plan all along. It wasn't what I thought it would look like, but the background and the education I have certainly, equipped me and served me well in this role. My field of education shifted from being a math teacher and then into a school counselor, because I just, in the classroom, saw students and teaching was important, but there were younger humans in my room with needs beyond learning certain objectives in math, and that just really spoke to me as a calling of how can I serve children like their whole person, more than just strictly the academic needs. And I think God gave me the gift of being a good listener. He put people in my life that told me that, or that I worked with or helped along the way, even as like a middle schooler, as a high schooler. God just kind of showed me that was one of the gifts he gave me. And so I just really felt like that was where God wanted me to go in my life. And so those skills that I learned, getting my degree as a counselor and working with kids and parents and families, all of those have definitely come into play in this role too. I feel like everyone's feeling tapped and everyone is feeling exhausted and just done, and even like the normal things that felt pretty routine before feel like sometimes a burden or like one more thing. And I think it's just important to really prioritize and think about we only have 24 hours a day. We can't go get a second job and earn more time. So it's just really important to be intentional about how we spend our time and what our priorities are. And at the end of the day, we end up spending our time on what's important to us or what we feel the highest obligation to. And so as I have felt cramped for time, I really try to just pause and think about what is important, and is that my focus, and is that what I do first? I feel, again, like everybody's feeling pretty tapped, and I know we have a lot of people that continue to show up and continue to give that 1 hour a week, and that may not seem like a lot, but when you're putting a team together, like our team of Sunday school teachers or our team of children's church leaders, even that 1 hour or that one offer to say, can I prep materials for you, or if you ever need a quick favor, those are huge to those of us in leadership positions and those of us who also feel sometimes strapped. So I would just say that even a little bit can make a big difference, and for those people who have done that, we really, really appreciate that.